welcome back to Clayton Showalter's YouTube channel here. We've got this McCulloch 1010 automatic power saw here. Our seal, that sealer we put to fix the tank with the old quart gasket, and that sealer is this type of sealer right here. That's what I used. It's a Versachem Type 2 gasket sealer. It says it resists fuels. But what we've got going on, we've got the carburetor back on this. We fired it up and it's running kind of goofy. It feels like it's flooding out, and I've messed with the high and low jets on the carburetor, mainly the low, trying to get it to idle, and it sort of idles, but it seemed like it's flooding out. So we're gonna take this carburetor off and put another carburetor on it and see what it does here. But I'm gonna just fire it up if it'll cooperate for me, and let you guys listen. That way you can get an idea. If it fires up, it may not want to. Probably not gonna want to, so. She's being a bugger. It's yeah, we're just gonna have to pull that carb because something's going on with it. It's not gonna. Nah, I'm gonna just keep pulling until I'm wore out. So, alright, we'll bring you back. Yeah, we'll bring you back. Alright. This carburetor right here, on the left side here, is the carburetor that came off this McCulloch 1010 automatic. This carburetor on the right here came off another 1010 automatic. I've cleaned it all out, and I like to use electronics cleaner, because on certain carburetors you'll find check valves that have a little diaphragm in there, and your carburetor cleaner, your brake parts cleaner, it will swell that stuff up and make it turn to garbage, disintegrate it. So, and what I have here, right here, is a metering side diaphragm. And if you hear that crinkle crinkle, like a tater chip, that's no good. So, you gotta stay over here for a minute, shop apprentice. Stay over there. Stay over there. Can't have you in this carburetor. What I've got down in here is just this little cup or whatever. That's brake fluid. .3 brake fluid. And there's a diaphragm in there that got pretty soft. We're going to do that same thing with this one. And that one that's been in that brake fluid has been in there over a week. So we're going to go ahead and put this carburetor together here. Come here, shop apprentice. All right, let's I'm gonna start with putting the high and low jets in here. So I got the low jet towards the bottom. The low goes on that side. You can see the L. This is the low jet. Goes right there. And we'll take the high. And sometimes you need to polish these. If it focuses, it's not going to focus, is it? You know, maybe not a polish, but get them smooth. But I'm going to run with it for now. This is your high side. The shop apprentice says so. I'm going to screw that in until it seats. Then I'll back it out a turn. Half turn at a time. Excuse me, shop apprentice. Alright, let's see if I can just do this again and show you up close. So there's your low. There's half turn. Another half turn. Come on, focus now. So we're going to the high side. Half turn. Another half turn makes full turn. Now that should be generally close enough to when you get your saw running, you may have to come back in and mess with your low side and your high side, do some tweaking. Careful, kid. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these other jets back in this other carburetor since we're not gonna use it for now. And we'll just pull our other parts off here as we need. So let's start with the diaphragm side. I don't even know if I'll be able to get you in close enough to see. I'm putting that together. We'll try. See if we can get you in there. Let's see if I can bring you close here. Alright, so got the neighbor, he's building a deck for his new trailer, new house trailer. So right, here's your little needle. Now what you need to do is, and then here's this little spring. This little spring's going to go right here. I hope you can see that as best as you can. And what you can do is, and then here's your metering arm. You can see how tiny that is there. So on what the needle's going to hook in that fork there. And then you'll just drop this guy into place, put some pressure on it. Just like that. Hold it down with your thumb, don't let go of it. because that spring will come popping out of there and you may not find it if it goes flying across your shop. Hope my fingers are out of the way. Tighten that down there. And so I'm going to get that other diaphragm that was soaking in that brake fluid. Alright. Here's this metering diaphragm out of the carb that just came off the saw. I've showed this before, but I'm going to show it again. See that little nub right there? Well, here's the one that's was soaking in the brake fluid. Come on, focus now. See, it's got like a little, how it hooks in there. So the way this works, this metering diaphragm acts like the float. Meters the fuel coming in. Your gasket goes down first, and then if I can get you all to see this, I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Alright, y'all bear with me. See the fork right there where my finger's at? This diaphragm's got a hook in there. Let's see if I can get you to see that. Oh, it's kind of hard. Yeah, the lighting is not right at this, and I can't keep you guys in frame to save my behind. Then it don't want to focus. So that's got a hook in that. Part there. So I've got it hooked in. Well, maybe I didn't have it hooked in. There, now I know it's hooked in there. So we'll put our top cover on here. Put your screws in. Tighten them in a crisscross pattern, and you ain't got to go getting crazy with them. Because you can strip these little buggers out real quick. Just get them all snugged, about even pressure. I'm just using this little flat blade screwdriver. So tighten there, over here. And go to this one. Just kind of alternate. And if I had my pressure vacuum gun, I can pressure test this carb. So that side's done. Let's do this side. And we got this little screen, little atomizer, little filter type, right in here. Put that on there, and we'll take this other gasket part out of this carburetor over here. The fuel pump side. Alright, here's your fuel pump diaphragm. Just lay that down first. Then you could put your cover plate on. So the fuel pump diaphragm gasket goes on first, then your gasket. And again, on your screws, just tighten them down. Bring them all down evenly. Alright, we'll bring you back. Alright, we're gonna put this carburetor on here that we just did. Here's the carburetor that just came off the saw. And here's that metering diaphragm. And you've seen the original one has the come on, focus now. That nub, this is what came in a kit that I got quite some time back. I prefer the one that has that little where it can hook into the part on the metering lever. So I don't know if this could have been our culprit, that's why, or if being on this carburetor there's some under these Welch plugs. You know, if you can get a complete rebuild kit, you can pop these out of there and really clean everything in these. You know, you most likely don't need to take these plugs out unless it's been sitting for really long and it's just gummed up and you can't clean it out. You know, that may be the case on these. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on low and high jets. It seemed like on this other carburetor over here, this carburetor, these jets on this would go in farther, or at least one of them on this one that came off the saw. One of these jets would go in farther, and then or actually I take that back. One of these jets wouldn't go in as far as I thought it should have. Then on that one they both seem to go in a little better, so that could be an issue with this carburetor. I'm not positive, but we're gonna put this other one on. We're gonna put it on, and we're gonna take it from there. So let's get set up to put this carburetor on here. All right, we've got the gasket. It's not a new gasket, it's an old gasket. I'm just gonna run with it, and we'll sit this on. The carburetor is gonna bolt down on here like so. Trying to make sure you guys can see everything. And we've got this choke rod. It's gonna go right through here, hook in there like that, and then it's gonna hook back on the choke rod back here. And then don't forget to put your snugger, whatever you want to call that. It's got a hole in it. It's gonna go on that choke rod, and it goes to the throttle rod. But for now, I'm gonna get the carb set into place. And these are 5/16. And just snug them down. Just leave them a little bit loose so you can wiggle that carburetor. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this little snugger deal here. See if I can zoom you in. So this snugger's got a hole on it. I don't know. I'm calling it the snugger. See the hole in it there? It's gonna go right on your choke rod like so. and up here like this. And then this goes right on your choke lever button, right in here. Uh-oh. I just missed something. Alright, that's okay. Some of y'all probably would have commented, you missed the throttle linkage. I did. Some of you may have caught it. Some of you may have not have. We'll see where we wind up here. This video is getting, well, it's not too long, but try not to lose our gasket, so, and our choke lever, or choke rod. So we got to come over here and get my hand out of the way and get you guys in frame. So you can see this goes right in here. See that right there? And it just twists over. Then you can drop your carb back down, make sure your gasket is in place on the intake side. Give it a wiggle, whatever you got to do to get her set. So our throttle works. Let's go ahead and put this snugger back on here. Get that into place. Now we are just about ready to give it a couple pulls. So let's tighten these down, snug them up. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and connect our fuel line. There's the barb right down there. I had to make this connection work here. It's just some Tygon fuel line, and I had to heat the end of a punch and swell that up so I can get it on that barb. So I've got it on there as good as I can get it, and right here is just another piece of fuel hose, 5/16 fuel hose, fuel line going through the tank, because I didn't have a grommet that was fuel resistant. And this sealer stuff on there is that gas and oil seal all. It's like a contact adhesive, but I could see it came loose there. It separated. I don't see any leaks. I only filled the fuel tank about halfway to about this point, you know, right in there. We'll put some more fuel in it if it leaks. We'll deal with that later. And our fuel cap does not have the duckbill valve in it, so it's going to leak fuel. And the gasket, we'll deal with that later. I just want to see if this thing is going to run. So y'all hold on. All right, we're going to give her some pulls. Let's see what she's going to do. I'm trying to show you this in as much as I can in the video instead of like making another video. So let's do it. We're gonna give her a little choke. hold on. We're going to give her a little shot of fuel down the throat of the carb instead of pulling on it 1,000 times. Opening the idle just a little bit. There might be an air leak somewhere. Or something's not right on the carburetor. We're just going to keep messing with it. It's got brand new crankshaft seals. The clamshell, I resealed it quite some time back. I didn't do any video work on that. Let's check, see where we're at on our load jet. Some more fuel. Come on, baby. Well, I don't know. I'll bring you back. Instead of you guys watching me fuss and pull on it. Well, we are not that lucky with this McCulloch 1010 automatic. Well, it's only been a little bit for you paused. It's probably been a half an hour for me. Pull starting this sucker. Putting some fuel down the carburetor. Playing with the high and low, so it pops and dies, pops and dies, pops and dies. So either I need a brand new kit for this carburetor, or if I can find another carburetor, or try cleaning it again. I really don't know what I'm having an issue. Like I said, this thing has got brand new crankshaft seals, flywheel side, clutch side. The clamshell has all been resealed. I did that before I started making videos on YouTube, so, but I don't have the energy to pull on this thing anymore. I'm still getting over being down with a nasty cold for about a week, or whatever it was. So I'm just kind of worn out pulling on it. I don't have my drill here to take the starter recoil off. Here, spin it over the drill. If I had that, it'd be a lot easier. I'm winded now. I'm kind of getting, my patience are wearing a little bit thin on this, so I want y'all to say bye to this saw for now. I don't know when I'm going to have it back on the channel. I really don't know, but I'm going to try to keep at it as, you know, when I feel like tinkering with it. Maybe I'll tinker with it off camera. Maybe I'll just let it sit for a bit. Come back to it when I feel like. So I hope that's not going to bother you guys out there too bad. But I just don't feel like messing with it. I'm losing my patience. And that's one thing you don't want to do, is lose your patience. Go take a break. Go do something else. So we're going to let that guy sit. I'll probably just throw it outside. Gonna get some sun. Maybe it needs vitamin D. I don't know. So we'll update you on this. If I figure something else out, we might go back into the carburetor. If any of y'all have any tips or tricks, leave it in that comment section down below. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, let's inspire folks. Let's be kind to folks. Let's create some positive energy and put out there in the world. And let's go forward. Do good things. Good things will come. Let's be kind to folks. Y'all take care.